So when you see this, when it's multiplied, it means they want you to add in numbers. So this is the number that I have. They want you to make it into a cube number. So cube number means 3 equal groups. Remember that. 3 equal groups. So you ask yourself, these 3 equal groups, I have 3 2's. So all of them has 1. So I have 3 4's. All of them should have 1. And then I got 1 extra here. So I'm required to add in 2 3's. If not, it's not equal groups. Okay, and then 5, I have 2 of them. So 1 each, but I need to add in 1 extra one. Last one, I have 2 7's. Each of them should get 1. And I need to add in 1 7. So K is the number I've added in to ensure I have 3 equal groups. So K is these few numbers. So K would be your 3 square times 5 times 7. Then you go and press calculator. So that is what it means. When they multiply, they are asking you to add in numbers. Okay, what if they say you multiply and you also divide? So for this case, you keep, change, flip. So Q is the number you add in. P is the number you can remove. Divide means you remove it. So based on this number, they want you to make it into a perfect cube again. So 3 equal groups. So I want to group my 4's. I want to group my 2's into 3 equal groups. Then I have 1 stranded one. Not enough to distribute for 3 groups. And then I have 2 7's. Which makes sense for me to add in 1. So this is the number that I should add in. And this is the number that I should remove. So if you look, P should be 2 so that I can cancel this thing out. Right? And then the Q is the number that I add in. So this is Q. So in this case, Q is 7. And then P is the number 2 that I should remove. Okay? So when you see this kind, you know they are asking you to add or remove numbers from your existing one. So you check, is it cube or square? If they want perfect square, then just 2 equal group. If they want perfect cube, means 3 equal group. So these are the type of questions they like to ask. But sometimes they times K only. Sometimes they divide P only. But sometimes they give you both. Then you must know what to do. Okay, then another trend type is they give you your HCF and LCM. They tell you your HCF is this. And then your LCM is this. They say, can you find that number? So first thing first, 720 is 2 4, 3 square, and 5. I have a number n that I don't know what is it. But I know the HCF is 2 4. I know the LCM is 2 6. So this is what the question tells me. So HCF only takes the common things and the lower power numbers. So if you look, you know the lower power is the 2 to the power of 4. That means the other number must have my 2 to the power of 6. If not, where did LCM get this from? Right? So the other number must have the 2 to the power of 6. Okay, next group I look. Okay, LCM only takes the common ones or the uncommon ones. If 3 to the power of 2 is common, then HCF would have detected it. But because HCF never take, means this is not common between 2 of them. So N don't have the 3 square. Okay, if there's a 3 here, HCF would have taken it out. So because it's not there, this is non-existent. So we look at the last group. HCF took the 5 cube. No, HCF took the 5. LCM took the 5 cube. So the 5 came from here. The other one must have the 5 cube. If not, how did LCM detect it? So you all must think like that. So the number n must be 2 to the power of 6 times 5 cube. Okay? So this kind of question is one other type of question that they like to ask. instead of asking you to find HCF and LCM, they work backwards. Okay, so this is one other type. So numbers, you can expect one question like that. Okay, make sure you know. Yes. The top one, which one? Then A. This one just go and do the prime factorization. Keep dividing by 2. So how many 2? 2, 5, 2, 7, 5, 0. Then keep dividing. Then you see how many 2s you have, how many 5s, how many 11. Can. Okay, so this is prime factorization. Then if they ask you why that number is a perfect square, means what? Because all the powers of the factors, right, are even number or divisible by 2. So what you will say is that the powers of the prime factors, are multiples of 2 or divisible by 2. Because when it's a perfect square means these can be divided into 2 equal groups. So if the power is even, you can divide by 2. What present?
Like the thing you editing here, will be present in the video.
I will upload the one I annotate, yes. Perfect cube means 3 equal groups. In total, there's already 3. Then each one get 1. So the power must be multiples of 3, divisible by 3 different groups. There is a perfect cube.
It smells like curry.
Okay? Okay, the rest are similar. So if the typical one is this one, right? They say find the LCM. How will you find it? Between the common ones, you take the higher power. So between the common ones, take the 7, 10. Between the common ones, just take the same thing. So this is your LCM. And if I want you to divide this thing into 3 equal groups, what is the number I should add in? The K, right? So this one, 2, no. I should add in 3 here, another 3 here, and then I have 8, right? So 1 extra one should be here. I want to divide it into 3 equal groups because perfect cube is 3 equal groups. So I only have 8. 3 goes here, 3 goes here. I'm left with 2. I must add in 1, 2. Yes. So these ones, I have 10, right? So each of them, these 2 I get 4. Okay, I'm short of a 2 here. I'm short of a 2 here that I added in. Okay, then 15, each one gets 5. So this one no problem. Quite equally distributed. So what is the number I've added in is the 2 and the 7 square. So all the possibility I show you already, what they can test you for prime factorization. So make sure you know. Then at least that 3, 5 marks you can get. Okay, next one. It's very small. Sailesh, Jamil, focus. Okay, but make sure this kind you can do. Then you got extra marks. Remember, I want to send you all to the course of your choice. Please pass math. I don't want to cry with you all when I give your result next year. like give you tissue. Okay, I hope it's tears of joy. Okay, next one. Silence, I don't know. Okay, next one is ratio. So ratio will be things like that. You just break it into units. So instead of seeing it as make the same unit and things like that, you can say this 2u, this 3u. Then after you minus or something like that, then what happens? So this one we have done before. I'm showing you the example, the trend. Okay. Next one is rate. Yeah. So ratio question can look like this, or any other paper that you have seen before. This is ratio question. Your rate question, usually it is currency. So I hope by now you can roughly detect the trend already. You should be seeing like a currency question for rate. Okay, next one. Okay, wait, let me run through because this one very small only. I don't want. Percentage. Percentage can be anything. So we have tested you on percentage, but your 100% you all must be able to recognize properly. So percentage will look something like that. There's plenty of example. I just pick one from 2025 paper. Okay, to spend. Okay, this one is standard form. Some of you still a bit unsure of standard form. So please remember how to represent them in standard form. So standard form, if I give you a number 362, for example. We show my time on the small ones. Okay, so this one, standard form 362. How do I change it to standard form? Bring this until a number between 1 and 10. Must be strictly less than 10. So this is 3.62 times 10 to the power of 2. So this is standard form. Okay, so you must know the meaning of this. They will tell you is times 10 to the power of what? What they won't tell you is if it is million, billion, trillion. You are expected to know that million is times 10 to the power of 6, billion 9, trillion 12. So this one they won't tell you. But this one they will tell you. Tera, gigabyte. What does it mean? So this one they will tell. This one they won't tell. Okay, so please make sure you know. So these are the typical ones. Like this one, how to write in standard form. Just now I show you, right? So it's just times 10 to the power of 2, like that. Then this one, how to change to times 10 to the power of 100. Means you are expected to shift this forward. So that you get 0.34. Then you will see this to become 10 to the power of 100. So A is this. Can. So this one also, they say give your answer in standard form. You can also change your calculator to standard form, use calculator. But if it's 2 marks, you need to show me method. If it's 1 mark, straight away use calculator. Okay, so this one you already changed to 0.34 times 10 to the power of 100. Just take out the 10 to the power of 100. So become 5.04 times 10 to the power of 100. Okay, something like that. Okay, then all this, how to correct to 3SF, and then is in million. So when they tell you million, you must know that it's times 10 to the power of 6. And then how to change this to standard form? Shift 1, 2, 3, 4 until a number less than 10. So 9.0182 times 10 to the power of 4. I shifted 4 decimal place. So if you combine it, you should get 9.0182 times 10 to the power of 10. So this part here, they say 3SF. So you change to 9.02. Normally, no need to change. If it's like that, just write the whole thing here. But because they specify 3SF, please change to 3SF. If they don't, this is the exact I want to see here. Okay? Okay, so standard form, there will always be one question also. Standard one, always one question. Percentage, always one question. Rate, likely to have one. Ratio will also have one. Yes.
Then what you want me to
What?
Similarity control.
And what
The cube is like shape.
The volume, later I can go through that. Okay, then this kind, right? Shh. Percentage increase in the value exported from 2012 to 2017. This is the original. Okay, so original always at the bottom. 6230 is the original at the bottom. The increase, you take the difference between these two. Then you times 100%. That's all. So remember the formula: increase over original times 100%, decrease over original times 100%. So this is the typical one. I'm trying to secure your numbers component, your numbers, which is like 11% of your paper. Focusing. Why you look down? Put on the table so I know what you're doing. Don't ma'am, then never listen.
If I put the table, I can also put again here.
Yeah, but it's a choice lah. Yeah, it's a choice. Okay, next one. Simple interest, compound interest. Look at the question. If they never say compound interest, it's default simple. Okay? So sometimes they are kind, they put the word simple. If they just say interest, it's a simple interest. So this formula is not given on the first page. Please memorize it. Okay? So this one no problem. I don't need to write. Next one is compound interest. So this formula is on the front page. You can refer to that. But look at the question carefully. They say this is the interest. This is I, not A. So remember A is P plus I. So read the question carefully. They bold it, must have a reason, right? Because this amount is 2132.16 plus P, the principal you put in. Then here, put in everything else. The interest rate is 3.2% per year and for 5 years. So you go and calculate how many P you have. So this P bring over minus 1P. Then treat it like algebra. You got something P minus 1P. Let's say this is 2.32. Minus 1 left 1.32P equal to this. Then you go and find 1P. So this question, always for compound interest, read. Are they talking about the amount you have at the end of the period? Or it's just interest? If it's interest, don't put this as 2132. There's a plus P here. So I'm just showing you possible traps. Okay, Kera, simple compound. This is not given, please memorize. Okay, this one given on the front page. If you forget, where refer. Kera? Next one, map skills. Map skill question, very typical, look like that. So when they give you this, please go and remember this one. Kilometer, meter, cm, mm. From 1,110. So the backwards is divide. Okay? So if it's kilometer square, meter square, cm square, mm square, you want to convert, all these just square. Same process. Same process. And then if it's cube, you just cube everything. So if it's kilometer cube, oh don't know, nonsense. No cube. Okay, so like this. Then you convert accordingly. This one is the conversion chart. Just like your hours, minutes, seconds. 60 and 60. So all this, you all should know. Lower sec, learn already. So this is for time. This is for distance. If you want to go 2-dimensional, you square all this. If you want to go 3-dimension, you cube all this. So if you want to change meter cube to centimeter cube, then you multiply by 100 cube. Okay, it's the same thing.
So I think
You next. Sure can see one. Okay. So this kind, right? If I want to change, remember when they don't put a unit there, the default is always cm. So you put both cm. So the cm, how to change to kilometer? Cm change to kilometer divide by 100,000. So actually it's 2 kilometer. Yes. You all have been having break, what?
Oh, break. We're being attention.
So the end here is 2 kilometer. That's all. Finding distance, no problem. The only thing that I worry is you all forget to square your scale. 1 cm is 2 kilometer. So if you square the scale, 1 cm square is 4 kilometer square. Then you start doing this. So distance must square the scale. Not distance. Area must square the scale. Normal distance is just using the scale directly. So this one just map scale. Okay, some overloaded. 2-minute break. Go. You look like you. No, nothing. Go. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Go faster. After km, no need, because they say they want your answer. They want your answer in cm square. This one. So this one is 728.6. There. They give you the actual. It's always map to actual. So they give you the actual area of Singapore's land. Then they want you to find the map one, which is this one. So from here to here times what? Then you times the same thing. You use 728.6 divided by 4. Okay, so a lot of the concepts, revise, make sure you know. When you go to the battle, you must know your enemy.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Some people get
So that one no choice lah. Are you all watching the Singapore versus Thailand?
Now over already, bro.
No what, there's the ASEAN don't know what cup. So sad, right? So sad. But it's okay. Here we have, everybody thinks we will lose what? At least we score 1.
So what, we the underdogs now?
Yeah. Then, but we don't play as hard. Like, yeah.
That's
People
true.
just had that, but we have other things that we do at the same time.
Like when you were younger, if you say you want to become a professional footballer, right, you get clowned on.
No lah, my son say he want to learn. I sent him to learn. But first day he vomit. He run until he vomit. He said, okay, that's it. That's the end. One day only. We only go one day. I said go one more day. He said don't want.
Next Messi.
I'm very messy. Okay, done. Okay, 2 minutes already.
When you were younger, you say you want to become a professional footballer, you get clowned on.
What? Okay, proportion. Let me remind you. Direct. So if I say y is directly proportional to x squared, then I will write them on the same side of your fraction. So kx squared like this. But if I say they are inversely proportional, the equation I write would be y. This one is on top. This one is below. So one is same level, one is opposite level. So remember that. So it says that I have this kinetic energy that is directly proportional to the square of its speed. So you should write the equation first. So this is what they tell you. Directly proportional to the square of the speed. So this is the original. Then they say, oh, I'm going to reduce my kinetic energy to 75% of my original value. So meaning, instead of E now, I'm left with 75%. Oh no, reduce by, not reduce to. Reduce by 75% means I'm left with 25. So I'm only left with 25% E. So how do I calculate what is my new V? Yes, that one is the original. That one is the original. So all this is original. We can, but in this case, because they never give us any value, this is the tougher type. So how do we go about in relating to our original speed? So actually, if you look right, my original speed is E over K. So here, my original speed is this thing. Okay, maybe I don't write 25 over 100. I just write 0.25, okay? Easier. Divide by K. So this is my new speed. But to find it, I need to square root, right? If not, I cannot find speed. So I square root. So what do you think is the change in the speed? What is square root of 0.25? Can you all check the calculator? What is square root of 0.25? Is it 0.5? So you will end up with 0.5. So what is happening is that, can you see my new V is 0.5 of my original V? It is E. Can you see this is my original V? So what is the percentage reduction? Now I'm only left with 0.5 of my original V. So the percentage reduction is 50%. That's all.
Still.
So this is my original value. When I calculate normally, my original V is this value. Correct? Then they say my E has reduced by 75%. So left 25% only. So if I want to calculate my V, I divide the K over first. Then I take square root. So this is normal calculation. But there's a 0.25 here that I need to square root, right?
Yeah.
So if I square root, left with 0.5. Then this one 0.25. Okay, when you square root a number, all this E, I don't know what's the value, so I cannot square root, but I can square root my 0.25 first. I split them up, I square root this one. So this is 0.5. This is my original E. So can you see that my original V, my V is this one. So can you see that now my new V is only 0.5, half of my original V. So I've reduced my speed by 50%. But this is the tougher one. So I'm just telling you, even if you get stuck, this first thing must come out, right? Use the equation, just convert from this statement. Then you reduce by 25%, you write this. So even if you cannot proceed, you get method mark here. Don't leave a question blank. Translate what they say into an expression. Then leave it. It's okay. You can try, but at least you get the method marks there. Don't just leave the whole question blank. Then there's no way we can find you marks. Okay, so proportion is like that. Then it's number pattern. So number pattern, if you're lucky, they give you the shape. Right? They give you some dots. And then you find the pattern. If not, it will just be, they give you formula. They ask you to use the formula. So they say the sum of the first n term is this, given by this sum. The keyword is sum. So they say, can you find the first three terms? So first one, if my n is 1, I find the sum of first term, which is my first term. Make sense, right? So half. So it's just 3. This is my first term. When n is 2, I find the sum of my first two terms. Because n is the number of terms. So when n is 1 means I'm finding the sum of my first term. Okay? So when n is 2, I follow the formula again. Okay, it gives me 11. So the sum of my first two terms is 11. So it tells me that first term is 3, second term is 8. So you all need to be able to see the correlation. Then when n is 3, you follow the instruction. Half and then 3. And then 15 plus 1. So this is 16, 8, 24. So this is the sum of 3 numbers, right? I already know my first. I know my second. So the next one is 13. So that the 3 sum up to 24. So my first 3 term will be 3, 8, and 13. So the trend for number patterns is follow their instruction. Then you try to pick out the trend. That's how you find the pattern. So they say find in terms of n an expression for the nth term. So you just imagine if I want to find my nth term, I must use what minus what? I must use the sum of what terms to minus the sum of what terms?
Some of the last one.
Assuming n. So if this is the sum of n plus 1 terms, right? My first term all the way until my n plus 1 term. Okay, I find my sum of n plus 1 term first. How do I locate my nth term? Oh, sorry, this one should be up to n only, right? Sum of n term. How do I locate what is my nth term? What should I subtract away? This is my nth term. I want to find this only. I don't want the rest. What should I subtract off? What should I subtract off? Everything before this term. This is called the sum of what term? If I want to find my 5th term, what do I do? I must first find the sum of 5th term, sum of the first 5 terms, right? Minus what? Sum of the, how many terms? 4 terms. So that I can locate my 5th term, right? So now, if I'm interested in finding my nth term, I should find my sum of n term minus what? Sum of n minus 1 terms. Because if I have a total of n terms, but I only want the n, right? I need to minus off the n minus 1 before that. All the n minus 1 term. Sorry? Because when I have 5, I need to minus off the first 4. So if I have n, I must minus off the n minus 1 term. 1 less. Okay? So how to get there is using this formula. This is the formula for sum of n terms. So what is the formula for sum of n minus 1 term? What do you think? What should I replace? The n change to n minus 1. So what they want you to do is change all the n to n minus 1. Okay, and then you go and simplify. So this is 2.5 n square plus 0.5 n. This one I don't know yet. 5n minus 5 plus this. So minus 4. Then you go and expand. Okay, then you go and expand. Okay, then eventually, whatever that you are left with is this term. This one is also from your 2025 paper. Okay, so this is one type. They give you formula. Based on the formula, you use their formula to find your answer. Okay, the next typical type is this one. First 5 term. They tell you the first 5 term is this. So this is my first term. Right? And then the difference is always a plus 4. So what they ask you to do is go and find the nth term. So remember the formula I told you all before. A plus n minus 1 times d. So A is the first term 10. N minus 1. D is the difference that between the term. So the formula is 4n plus 6. Okay, so this is the n term formula for part A. But they ask you, why is 264 not a term? You equate this 264 with the 4n plus 6 and prove to me that it cannot be a whole number. 66.5 is it? I don't know.
Okay, 64.5.
64.5. Okay, so since n is not a whole number, an integer or whole number, therefore there's no such term. Or this term don't exist. Sorry? If they give this type, there is always like that. Okay, so there are many different types of question they can ask. Either they give you formula, they make you use the formula to find the pattern, or they give you the sequence, ask you to find the formula. So these two types for number pattern. So if you want to secure your first 15%, these are the questions you need to know. A lot to do, yes, but you have to go through the rigor. Okay, I cannot spend too much time here. I will load this up, but you all roughly capture the formula. Okay, already this one. Okay, next one is indices. So indices, these few types. When you see this, what do you think you need to do for both sides? Change to same base. What do you think is the base? No, 7. So here it will be 7 square. Here it will be 7 what? 7 4 huh? Or 7 cube? 7 4 or 7 cube? 7 4 is 343. Okay, then from there, 7 cube huh? 7 cube. So from here is 712. From here is 7 minus 10y. So when you know the power is equal, then you can solve. So y is just minus 1.2, like that. So when you see two numbers, make them same base. That's the key. Okay? What about this? This one, remember, all the power must get the same power. So 64, there's a power 1. So all of them must get the same power. So A, you must apply power minus 2/3. The 64, you must apply power minus 2/3. And B, you apply the power minus 2/3. Okay? Or you can flip first. Flip these two first. Flip. And then change the power to positive. Then you apply the power. Also can. Okay? So you must know in your mind, what do I need to do? So these two, you combine the power because it's a plus. So you get 5, 6, 8, 6, 9, 1. I don't know. You calculate, okay? You add these two power up. Okay, and then, no, 7, 1, is it? Okay, then at the bottom, this kind how? When it's a plus, and it's the same thing, it means I have 2 of this thing. 2 of 2 to the power of 100. So if it's a plus, you don't add up the power. You cannot do that. But you know it's 2 times of this thing. But can you see that this one can change to 101? Then after that, you subtract the power. So when it's a plus, usually this number will be a multiple of 2, 1. If they want, they can give you 4 times of it. So when you 4 times, it's a 2 square. So look at this kind and observe the trend. This one, same thing. They want you to see how many 5 to the power of k you have. These two numbers are the special ones because I can change to base 5. The rest you hold on first. Okay, I want you to be able to see this pattern. Can you see that they are all telling you how many 5 to the power of 4 you have? So both of them will tell you that I have a total of 16 plus 9, 5 to the power of 4, which is 25. So 25 is a 5 square. Instead of bracket, I change to times. So can you see that this is 5 to the power of 6? So k is just 6. So indices questions, very standard. Change to same base. When it's this kind of power, negative power, flip, apply the power to every number. Okay, if it's this kind, make sure you follow the indices law. So very, very standard. You do 5 years of paper, you should know. These are more or less the type of question that always come out. So we are at the algebra component already, algebra component. Can? Okay, I cannot let you copy slowly, Okay, next one is algebra. This one. Tell you all many times already. Okay, this one listen, Jamil. You always make mistake for this one. When they say find the value of W sub in, this one no problem. Just put in press calculator carefully, carry. So this is evaluate. Okay, this is the evaluate. There will be an evaluate marks, 2 marks. Please take it. Okay, next one is expand and simplify. This kind also expand carefully, term by term. So this one no problem. Then you simplify. Okay, this kind. Combine the fraction into one single fraction, you make common denominator. But if you look carefully, right, actually do you see that they are the same but different case? Yeah. So you can swap these two by reversing the sign in front. So I can change the denominator here to this, but the sign now becomes plus. Then the question has become very simple now.
So the x is different, the x.
Where? Oh, then cannot. If it's totally different, sorry my eyes also. This one, you need to introduce the opposite. Okay, introduce the opposite. So most of you know this already. It is the expansion on top that you always make mistake. So how to combine into one? The bottom will have this, right? You copy. No need to expand. The bottom, no need to expand. The top part, let's expand. So 3 times 3x, 9 minus 6. Okay, this is the key part. This one, I promise you, every time we have people making mistake. So it is a minus 2. When you expand in, you get minus 4x. This one no problem, always correct. The problem is the second term. Minus 2 times minus 3 is a plus 6. So don't lose the mark here. You all work so hard, you don't want this mark to be gone. So 9x minus 4x, 5x. Next thing, press calculator if you are unsure. Minus 6 plus 6, gone, no more. Don't give me a minus 12. Okay, so this is what I need to see. Denominator don't need to expand, just leave your answer like that. So this part here, please, tolong. Don't lose marks. Okay, next kind. When you see this, another common thing you do is observe if they share something in common. Don't blindly go and multiply here by x minus 3 and then multiply here by the 2 bracket. You will kill yourself because you will have cubic. So I already have one thing that is the same. Don't need to multiply this one anymore. Just multiply by the x plus 4. Will do. Okay? So when you combine them, just make sure the bottom is a plus 4 and a minus 3. The top part is very simple. The minus 2 multiply in. The minus 2 multiply in. Like this. Then you simplify. Done. Okay? What if it's like that? 2 terms. Take out common factor 3x. So left with x plus 2. Okay? The bottom. When you see 2 terms, both perfect squares, you need to do this. Okay? So this will be a square plus b square. A plus b, a minus b. Then you notice carefully, this one can perfect square some more. So x plus 2, x minus 2. So I need to see that you split this into 3. So if you put this, can you see that you have something that you can cancel out? Then you are done. Don't anyhow cancel 1x with 1x. Then you lose your final mark. So once you cancel out, this is the answer. Nothing else you can do. This kind, keep, change, flip. Cancel, cancel, cancel. That's all. This kind, expand everything out and show me that you can express this as 3 times something. Don't care what the expression is. If you can take out the 3, it is a multiple of 3. So when you see this kind, no matter how complicated it looks like, go and expand everything out, simplify and take out the 3. If it says multiple of 5, take out the 5 as a factor. Then you show. Okay? So algebra is like this. Evaluate, expand, combine fraction, keep, change, flip, or expand everything, take out the common factor. So these are the types. Okay, another one is subject of formula, the nonsense one. So this one, how to make A the subject of formula? How to make A? So before you can bring over, please be careful. Combine this into 1 first. So 1 is the same as D over D. Correct? So I can change this to 3C plus D over D first before I cross multiply. So cross. So this one become AD. This one you need to go and expand. Okay? So I go and expand this. This one gets 6AC. 2AD minus 9C. D plus D. No, D over D is 1. No, the bottom, where got 1/5 plus 1/5 is what? 1/10. 2/10. No, right? When you all add, this one become 2, but the bottom still 5, right? You don't add the 2, 5 together. So if it's 1D plus 1D become 2D, no 2D square. Okay? So this one, you all need to be careful. So once you do that, remember the last step, group all the A's together. Everything you see with an A put together. So here got A, here got A, here got A. So shift all the A's together. Okay, take out the A.
So hot right now, the shit.
Yeah, I know. So A, leave it. Then just bring the whole thing down to divide. So keep following the steps. Then this kind, if you want to make C the subject of formula, keep C on one side and bring every other thing to the other side. If you want to help yourself, get rid of the B by multiplying all the terms by B first. So can you see that you get BD A minus B square C square. So I bring my B square C square here, then divide by the B square. Then I'm almost done by taking a square root. So I just want you to see that if you see questions like that, please make sure that you do the right thing. Okay, so subject of formula also 1. Also 1. So much practice for 1. Okay, make sure you can. So that's the algebra component. Go back and look through the question and try to practice. Okay, if you are stuck, ask. See me every morning. 7:20. I can't be earlier already.
Early.
Yeah, my son cannot wake up.
Then let's do 7.
Yeah, my husband wake him up by using all the siren he can find in the alarm. And then pong, 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 then little but my son will never wake up. So the earliest time I can reach school is 7:20.
You just drag him out of bed.
He cannot wake up one. Then he'll do the hair. Got problem, my
I
son.
think you drag him out of bed.
No, I settle my daughter, my husband settle my son. Then he will go
I
crazy.
thought your daughter and son don't
My daughter, I go in, she sit on the bed, all done, wait for me, tie hair. That's all. Yeah, that's the difference between son and daughter for me. Okay, factorize. When you see 4 terms, 2 by 2. So these 2, if they share nothing in common, is a call for you to rearrange. So rearrange first. Let's say I bring the 2B. Okay, this one. Okay, I bring the 2B. Then my 12A I write first. I like to write the positive first, followed by the negative, so that it's easier for me to factorize. So I only rearrange. So what is common between these 2 is a 2B. So I take out 2B, left 4A. I take out 2B, left minus 1. This one I take out 3, left 4A, minus 1. But remember, this sign is a plus, so we follow. Then they share something in common, which is the 4A minus 1. Take out, left with 2B plus 3. That's all. When it's 4 terms, do 2 by 2. When they don't share anything in common, rearrange. Okay? When it's 2 terms like that, you look for common things that you can take out. So in this case, I can take out 3AC. So left with 4A. Here is B square. There's no A, sorry, just C only. So A square, then this is B square. So this is also a difference of perfect squares, right? So you know you need to change this to 2A square minus B square. So how to factorize? A plus B, A minus B. It is the same old thing. Every year they test the same thing. When will you all learn their tricks? Okay, if it's this 3, what do you do? Do this one. Okay, then you go and factorize these 2. Okay, this one, take out the 5 first. Then you realize they are perfect squares again. So this is x square. This is 4y square. Then redo. So I already write until I'm tired. It's the same old thing. A plus B, A minus B. Then you realize this is perfect square. Can split some more. Can you see? This one is at least the 3rd time I'm writing. Same pattern over the years. They test the same thing. I took all these questions by browsing through your past 5 years paper.
So much effort.
So I'm trying to tell you that over the years, they cannot have even more pattern already. It's just like that. So find their pattern and conquer it, like playing chess like that.
Watch them like completely switch it up this year. Then we're all cooked.
Then everybody will cook, so don't worry. Yeah, I know.
So that means the bell curve is a real thing.
No bell curve.
that
So
means
many
the bell
things I
curve
need
is a
to
real
tell
thing.
y'all. I'm going to SCAB. I don't know. So this one cross multiply. This kind you split into 2. Remember that. This one you copy 1 equation.
Is that little?
I don't know. Then the other one is not or is n. This one. We copy this thing for this. Then you go and solve individually and then find the overlap. Just to point out to you, this is minus 1.5. This is 8. What is the inequality symbol you should use for shaded dot? Got equal or no equal? Got equal. So like that. Then this one no equal because it's hollow. So remember all this, okay? I don't have time to go through all this. Simultaneous, please go and revise. I sent you all the video already. How to complete the square, please? Go and revise. Just one, this one. How to complete the square for this? These 2 terms, go and change to x minus 6. This number is always half. And then you minus this number square. Always minus.
Times up this one.
I know. Always minus this one. Okay? And then the plus 17 copy behind. So complete the square. Please know how to do. Minus 36.
Do you think did Mrs. Call complain to you
No?
about our submission of your
No, she never complained. She just say she told you all that if you all never hand in the next lesson, you're dead like that. Just like that. Okay, how to read the turning point from here? This one opposite, so it's 6. Then the y, copy. So what is the line of symmetry? Is always this one. This is the turning point. All from your completed square form. So this one opposite sign. This one copy. Okay, this one half. So completing the square tolong.